All right, Sistas fans, a lot of people are wanting Zach to get another DNA test. Well, I mean, that's been the case ever since Fatima got the first test done at her job, and people were like, Hayden probably screwed up those results. So I think they need to get an official one because remember, the courts were supposed to, issue a DNA test for the child support agreement, but that never happened as far as we know on screen. Yes, Heather did say you saw the results of the DNA test, right? When I'm like, but how would she know about that? You know what? Never mind. But in any case, the question is this: what if Heather got it wrong? What if Zach is not the father of Michael? Because Zach doesn't remember finishing with Heather. He was really drunk. He had $20, got taken to the VIP for $20. And it probably cost more. But my theory is maybe Heather was just that attracted to Zach that the $20 didn't matter. And, that night she probably, like Zach said, you're a stripper. You probably hooked up with a bunch of other guys. How do I know that baby's mine? And a lot of people like, yeah, it looks like Zach. But hey, hey, Zach, hey, black don't crack. And, some people are like, all black people look the same, which obviously isn't true. But hey, everybody has a twin, so to speak. So I think it's a question of if there is another DNA test done and the results show that Zach isn't the father, what's going to happen to Michael then? I ain't going to lie. I would not be surprised. I know this might make some people mad, but I would not be surprised if it turns out Zach is not the father, yet he would still willingly adopt the child with Fatima. I think that's what's going to happen if the DNA tests show he's not the daddy. Now, in the promo for next week, Heather looks like she's a little banged up. A paramedic seems to be like wrapping a gauze around her arm because maybe she got cut or something. And apparently there was some sort of domestic disturbance because the cops show up. We know that, spoiler alert, in Zatima season 3, Zach gets arrested for murder. It's quite possible something could happen to Heather, something deadly, and somehow Zach is the one who gets blamed for it. So I'm thinking if that's the case, and if he's not Michael's father, Michael has nowhere to go, they might actually decide to adopt him. But go back just a little bit. We're going on Sistas now. We don't see Michael in the promo for next week. Something could have happened to him, and maybe he was taken to the hospital. Which, again, pretty lousy of Heather. Something happened to her own son, and she doesn't bother going to the hospital with him. Something happened to Michael, and he's injured. There could be like a blood test or something done. Like, let's say he needs a blood donation, and Zach is like, hey, I'm his father. See if we're a match or something like that. And, the doctors do what they need to do, but then the results come back and show, Mr. Taylor, not only are you not a, blood type match for Michael in there, but results show that you're not even his father. Dun dun dun, 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 dun. Plot twist. But his heart will go out to that little boy because he's just like him in terms of how he grew up, and I could see Fatima and Zach adopting him. Plus, we know they're going to be hiring a nanny in season 7. So what do you think? Do you think my theory makes sense? Do you think it is quite possible that Michael is not the biological son of Zach? And if he finds out that's the case, he might adopt him anyway. So, with that being said, and I'm going to throw a little Karen curveball in here. Let's say she finds out about Michael not being Zach's son, but the fact that he adopted him anyway might set her off. Oh, okay, so you can adopt some boy that ain't even your child, but then I'm carrying our child and you act like, I don't exist. Because that's how Karen do. So, it will be interesting, with Fatima not being pregnant, allegedly, that they adopt Michael instead. So that'll be pretty interesting too. All right. But with that being said, folks, like and subscribe. Please tell me your thoughts in the comments. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. And I'll catch you in the next video.